Okay, I got a challenge from Baker Street Bishop here. Let's see what he has to play in this game. He's got white. I had black. I had white last time, so we're alternating colors. And our record so far is 1-1. All right, good luck. I will wish him the same. Oh, he started off with d4. Gee, I was expecting another e4 opening. Okay, let's play knight f6. And see what kind of system he likes. Knight f3, okay. Kind of a conservative move. It eliminates a lot of things like the Nimzo Indian and stuff. So he's going with the pawn to e3. Why don't I try to avoid playing e6? The bishop's not coming out outside the pawn chain. And with this kind of setup, maybe I can go with a kingside fianchetto here. Kind of blunt that bishop. So this is not the London system at all. This is some other kind of opening. Just a queen's pawn opening, I guess you would call it. If he plays c3, then it's a call system. But he could just go with c4. It's not. c3 is not required. Let's see. So I'm prepared to castle, and I'm also prepared to play c5. He's playing the Colle-Zukertort. I lost a game in this system recently. But I had a different setup, so I think I'm a little better prepared for that. I'll go ahead and castle now. He's going to put a bishop on this diagonal, and then when it opens up, he'll be prepared to trade off my bishop. But, this bishop on this diagonal can become quite strong in this system because black wants to play the move c5 just to gain a little space, and when he does that, it'll open up this diagonal for the bishop. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and so it's good that I have a bishop ready to counteract it. So even though this may mean that I'm losing, ultimately I'm losing my kingside bishop here. It'll be trading it for one of white's powerful bishops. So anyway, those are general ideas. Let's see what happens in the game. Hopefully I don't get blown away by some tactic here. Let's see, I could take now the pawn on d5. He can take back with the pawn, a knight, or the bishop. I think it'd be interesting to see how he plans to take back. So let's play that move. And then he plans to take back with the pawn. So this bishop here then keeps a clamp on the e5 square with the bishop behind it. So I have trouble getting the e5 move in now. e5, pawn takes. Yeah, knight takes, and he's supported by the bishop. Even if I had a rook there, I still couldn't get in that e5 move. So what do I play here? Maybe let's get the knight out of the way. It seems like I get some play along the rook file, the c file with my rook. So I'm getting the knight out of the way of the bishop, so I can get the bishop out of the way and get a rook to c1. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm not sure where this knight is really going from here. It's got limited scope, but I didn't think of another move. Maybe just bishop here. Okay, so he's preventing bishop g4 here. Bishop f4. Bishop f5 rather, bishop e6. Just bishop d2 then. Let's see, this d-pawn is soundly defended. Rook to c1 puts a little pressure on here. That's pretty well defended too. Okay, so now he starts to show some aggressive intent here. If I take, he takes. And I play rook c1. He can push on with c5. I have the square d5 for my knight. So that's okay. So takes, rook c1. You can also push on with d5 and try and make this knight look silly over here. But then I will get some pressure on the c pawn. So let's go this way. These are called hanging pawns, the two pawns that are sitting here on the C and D files. Yeah, I'm expecting him to take with a pawn. And he's got them adequately supported for now. He's got two pieces, even three with the rook. So he's just going to stay there. Can I play e4 here? e5 is a pawn sack. He takes. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see, what other ideas? I have knight to a5 or bishop to a5. And the queen probably wants to come over to the king side anyway, so I don't know if that's helping. Knight a5. I'm thinking I want to move the knight, though, and push this b pawn forward. Actually, it's a bit tricky. Okay, I'm going to start with this e6 move. That restrains his d pawn a little bit, and then we'll see if he wants to push the c pawn forward. Maybe I have bishop to c6 and the knight coming back to d2. A little bit of a rearrangement of my pieces. In the long run, these pawns can come under some fire. Now that's interesting, though. That stops. It doesn't stop bishop c6, but it puts some pressure on the bishop. Maybe introduces the idea of f4. Bishop c6 anyway. He probably wants to keep the knight there and not trade the bishop. Bishop c6, pawn to d5. I take. He takes. I take. Still okay for me. Now he took it off right away. So I was planning to take back with the rook. Is there a problem with that? Is there a trick here, a trap? I'm being a little bit slow here. 2 minutes versus 3.5 minutes, almost 4 minutes. And I think if he pushes the d pawn forward, I can just take it. Let's see, his c pawn is adequately defended, but I can maybe maneuver this knight around a bit and play at some point b5 to undermine the c pawn. It'd be ideal. Maybe I, pile up on the c file. Yeah, this rook is well supported here on c8. I don't know if that will lead anywhere. Rook over to here, piling up on the d pawn might be an idea. Yeah, but that runs into a fork. Okay, Rook. Let's not get too cautious. Let's not get too frisky here. Rook d6 runs into c5, forking the rook and the knight, and he's going to chase my knight away from this b6 square, which is not such a great square anyway. So how do I want to reroute with that knight? Maybe the knight can come to e7 here. e7, it's looking out on f5 and also on e5. And I'm going to get in the move b6 here to restrain these pawns. Okay, it brings his knight to a good square, and it's ready to hop into e5, so I guess that's why he wasn't so worried about trading off the knight on e5. He has another knight to bring there. It's going to hit my rook, but I'm just going to drop the rook back. Yeah, so minute 40 to 2 minutes 30. Still in the game here. Knight to e7 to f4 maybe is an idea to put pressure on the d pawn. He can, of course, trade it off. Okay, well, let's get that knight off the back rank anyway. The other place the knight could go maybe is knight to c6. Okay, so he wants to undermine my b pawn. Can I play b5 here instead? If he pushes, then I'll get this square for my knight. If he takes, I still get this square for my knight and put some pressure on his bishop. And I think it's better than giving up the pawn on b6 here. I mean, this is a pawn sacrifice, so I'm trying to get some kind of play here. Maybe pushing is the best. But if he pushes, I can play a6 and defend it. So if he takes, then I'm playing knight to d5. It's a good square for the knight, blockading this pawn. And he may win with the outside pass pawn here in the long run, but I need to get some kind of play here. Okay, let's see what he's doing. Yeah, it's not like knight to d5 wins material or anything. He can move the bishop away, but it's a good piece, so it's something. Some compensation for the pawn, that's what I'm looking for. And, well, it's causing him to think, too. That's good. Oh, he pushes on. Okay, let's take. That accomplishes the same objective, which is opens up this d5 square for me. He just wins the exchange here. That's his plan. Yeah, I should have known that. I should have known that. You know what? I should have taken his bishop. But maybe I would have lost a whole piece there. Yeah, maybe that didn't work. Yeah. Well, check that out in the postmortem. Okay, so now he's got the bishop there. I can't play knight d5 immediately because he takes with a tempo on the queen. So I got to get the queen away from the rook. So where's a good square for the queen here? I guess that's good. It's looking at the a pawn, looking at the d pawn, and it's out away from the rook. Okay, so now I need to get a knight to d5. What's the material balance? The pawns are even. Yeah, so I'm just down a pure exchange. But I did get one square for one of my knights, so that's something. Got rid of his dark squared bishop, so I don't have to worry about those pins along the dark squares anymore. Let's get that in there. And let's see, is rook to c8 a move? Rook c8. Bishop takes, rook. He has to take back, then I take. And my back rank is kind of weak then. Probably rook d8 is safer, just trying to pile up on his d pawn. Okay, well, he's running down his clock now. That's a good sign for me. If he runs it down enough. Okay, he moves his bishop there. He probably has some idea to penetrate with his knight or his rook. I'm trying to line up here. Okay, he wanted to bring the rook in. So that chases my queen away. His bishop is protected. His knight is protected. Queen over here, maybe. It's a bit awkward. Yeah, I'm going to run out of squares for my queen if I'm not careful. Let's see. Are there weird tactics against his bishop that I can employ? Don't see it. This is not the greatest position ever. But can he trap my queen? That's the question. The knight here maybe traps the queen. I have, okay, brought his bishop back. Let's see, so where's a square where my queen would be safe? Safe here, I guess. Yeah, can I harass his pieces somehow? When I get this knight into the game here, maybe. But that would just allow him to exchange. What's going on here? Okay, I'm bringing the knight back. I'm opening up a line for my queen. He can take here. He's bringing his rooks in. That's his idea. So I have to take off that knight so that he doesn't win my f pawn here. And I can harass his pieces with this move. Okay, he attacks. Yes, the counterattack on f2 is annoying. Let's see, can I defend that at all? I could take the rook, but then I get mated. Let's see. What do I play here even? Oh, that goes with check. Yeah, this is all falling apart here. Okay, yeah, just bishop takes with check. I took with the rook. Okay, well, this rook got out of take that way. Here, let's throw in it. No, I can't even do that. Okay, I lost on time. Anyway, yeah, that was a good game. And I will upload this and do a postmortem. And check it out. So see you guys later. Bye.